Our first survivor is Helena. Helena is 8 years old and is in the 3rd grade. She was diagnosed with bilateral RB when she was 4 weeks old. She has no central vision in her left eye, yet nothing stands in her way. She plays golf, sings in a choir, writes her own music, plays the ukulele, and she loves Barbies. In the first photo, Helena, smiling, wears a pink dress with her long brown hair pulled back. She crouches on the carpet, showing us her pink Barbie toy airplane. The second photo shows Helena at an outdoor golf course, her face focused and determined as she completes her swing. She's surrounded by large trees and bushes, and her long brown hair is in a ponytail. Helena wears a colourfully striped sweater, blue pants, and white sneakers. Our second survivor is 19-year-old Caleb, who loves playing football and watching his beloved AFL team, the Geelong Cats, play. At 16 months of age, Caleb was diagnosed with bilateral retinoblastoma. By the time he was 4, he had had both eyes enucleated. He's in his first year at university, studying information technology. Here's Caleb, smiling broadly, about to play in a game of Australian rules blind football. He's wearing matching blue athletic shorts and a bright blue team jersey emblazoned with the team's name, Bulldogs, with an image of their mascot logo, a tough-looking bulldog. He has lime green sweatbands on each wrist for when he works up a sweat playing footy. Next up is Zakira, famously the author of the memoir, Seeing Life Through a Different Lens. At 3 months of age, a white glow was spotted in Zakira's right eye in a photograph that Zakira's mother took. She was diagnosed with bilateral retinoblastoma when she was 6 months old. At 9 months of age, she had a right enucleation. At age 5, her mum gifted her with her first Kodak camera. She received her first digital camera in middle school and then attended technical high school, where she studied commercial photography and moved to Washington, DC to expand her education in professional photography and videography. She's a world traveler, having traveled to 11 countries and lived in 7 US cities. She loves capturing the essence of humanity, sceneries, and personalities. She and her mum wrote a memoir on surviving retinoblastoma so far. The book alternates between the author's personal memories of overcoming medical adversity and blog entries written by the author's mother. Overcoming her adversity, Zakira shows how she learned to fulfill her love of music, travel, and photography. In this photo, Zakira wears a pink sweater with glasses and a pink and white headscarf. She sits at a table with a stack of purple books next to her on her right, her published memoir, and she's about to place another copy on the stack. Still in the same outfit, here's Zakira holding a copy of her memoir in her hands, smiling proudly of her achievement. And finally, we see Zakira wearing a white jacket and glasses as she sits in front of a red wall. She's smiling and looking down at the black digital camera in her hand. Here's Christina from Ahurst, Denmark. Christina has loved being adventurous since she was a little girl. Although diagnosed as a very young baby, having bilateral retinoblastoma has not stopped her love of traveling the world. On the left, we see Christina as a small toddler with short blonde hair in a pink and white dress, walking through a tall leafy bush as if she's playing hide and seek, excited by the leaves and branches around her. On the right, Christina, now an adult, stands smiling on a beautiful bluff with her blonde hair pulled back into a ponytail, wearing black pants, a black sweater, pink jacket, and hiking boots. A backpack is at her feet, and behind her is a grassy bluff overlooking a rocky shoreline. A small town is seen over her shoulder, and the light blue water is dotted with small rocky islands. The sky fades from a light orange into a light blue with a few clouds. Our next survivor hails from sunny Southern California, where she is an event manager for her alma mater, the University of Southern California. Marissa is 41 years old and was diagnosed with bilateral RB at 17 months. Her left eye was enucleated as a baby, and 3 years ago she had an optic nerve stroke, leaving her legally blind in her right eye. Marissa says that adjusting to life with very little vision in her late 30s has been the biggest challenge in her life, and relies on friends, family, and therapy to help her put one foot in front of the other each day. Marissa and her mum are avid travelers, and no matter what the challenge, Marissa has been determined to continue seeing the world. In the photo, Marissa and her mum are in Giza, Egypt, standing in front of the Great Pyramid. Marissa is on the left and is wearing a khaki hat, a blue and white paisley tank top, khaki pants, and movie star black sunglasses. Her mum is on the right and is wearing a tan shirt, sunglasses, and a hat. Both women are smiling brightly in the 112-degree heat of the Sahara Desert. And here's Marissa fulfilling her #1 bucket list trip, being with the penguins in Antarctica. At a mild 30 degrees Fahrenheit, she stands on the beach near the Chilean base named Fidalgo Gonzalez Base. She's wearing many layers and a bright orange and blue outer coat to brave the snow, ice, and rain. She dons a fuzzy penguin beanie, and behind her are mountains and glaciers. To her right are 2 Gen 2 penguins standing up and one laying down. They are about 2 feet tall and are quite rotund to keep warm. Marissa is excited to return to international travel and shares USC's motto as her life mantra, fight on. Next, we have Miller. Miller is 6 years old and loves school, drawing, and going to the park. She lives in Warragul, Victoria, Australia, with her family. She was diagnosed with unilateral RB at 16 months of age and had a primary enucleation. In the photo on the left, Miller is seen smiling happily, wearing a birthday girl tiara decorated with small blue, pink, and white flowers. She wears her shoulder-length blonde hair down and a purple, pink, and blue ombre dress. Behind her, there are shiny purple and red streamers and a glimpse of a mermaid Barbie birthday cake. In the adjacent photo, Miller is smiling and clearly enjoying a bright sunny day at the park. She wears a straw-colored sun hat, burgundy tank top, and khaki shorts as she swings high on a tire swing. Our next survivor is Lindsay from Nebraska, USA, who works as a preschool teacher. She was diagnosed with bilateral RB at 5 months. She may have to make accommodations for herself, but being an RB survivor doesn't stop her from doing the things she loves. In her photo, Lindsay stands next to her horse, Joey, who has a rich brown coat and a white stripe down his nose. Lindsay wears her short brown hair down and is dressed in blue jeans, a brown flannel short-sleeve shirt, and sunglasses. Both are standing in front of a red and white barn and are smiling into the camera. Our next survivor is Jack, who was diagnosed with bilateral retinoblastoma at 17 months of age. Even though he had one eye removed, Jack loves playing cricket and wins awards for his spectacular catches. He also loves to photograph life on the farm and sunsets in his native viaduct in country Victoria, Australia. Here, Jack has his back turned to the camera as he takes a picture of a herd of sheep on his phone. He wears a long-sleeve blue-collared shirt and stands in a brown, grassy paddock filled with sheep. Tall green gum trees in the distance are the backdrop to a cloudy grey sky. And here is one of Jack's beautiful sunsets captured on his phone. From the top of the photo, the sky fades from a dark blue to a reddish orange, then finally to a light orange and yellow. The horizon is dotted with tall leafy gum trees. Next up is Leanne. Leanne currently lives in Indiana, USA, with her husband and 3 of her 4 children. Her oldest is married. Leanne was diagnosed with bilateral retinoblastoma at 18 months and had both eyes enucleated by the time she was 2.5 years old. She's always been very active in sports. Leanne did cheerleading in high school, was a gymnast, and played goalball, and was named to the high school All-American goalball team. Now she is a homeschooling mum, runs her own business, and assists her husband with his business. Leanne has also worked as a childcare provider and camp counselor. She says, "I don't let my cancer history or the risk of cancer bring me down, and I've never let blindness stand in the way of what I've wanted to do. I've always been an overcomer and live my life focused on gratitude and positivity." This picture shows her with her youngest child on a swing at the park, bright green grass and trees behind them. Leanne, smiling, wears her short brown hair down and a green shirt and black shorts, while the little one in her lap wears a pink shirt, black pants, and a pink and white sun hat. And here's Leanne in action, throwing a goal ball during a game with her team. Hair pulled back into a ponytail, she wears black leggings, black athletic shorts, a black long sleeve shirt, a neon yellow shirt, sneakers, and sports goggles over her eyes. A large net is behind her, and one of her teammates crouches in the corner. Next, meet Sam from Melbourne, Australia. Although diagnosed with bilateral RB at 3 months of age and having had both eyes enucleated by the time he started school, as well as cooking and fishing, Sam loves exploring independently. He's currently studying a diploma of audio engineering and loves working at the radio station. Sam's proudly standing in front of a purple and yellow transit train on a sunny and clear day. He wears a navy shirt and hoodie, holding his cane in front of him. And here's Sam in action. The image on the left shows Sam in the radio booth with the yellow backdrop and logo of the radio station, Mix FM. Wearing a black t-shirt with a picture of The Simpsons on the front, he is seated at a desk with a microphone and computer screen in front of him. On the right, he is hard at work at the radio station wearing a black hoodie. He sits in a soundproof room in front of a soundboard with hundreds of black, red, white, and green colored buttons and switches. His fingers are on a slider button with his back turned to the camera. A large computer screen is open to sound editing software, and a small speaker sits on the ledge above the soundboard. Here's Nicole from Lincoln, Nebraska, USA. As a survivor of bilateral RB, Nicole writes, "I've always said blindness comes with the best consolation prize if you choose it, a guide dog. Together, and with the support of our wonderful family and friends, Sheila, my seeing eye dog, and I have traveled all over the country, climbed mountains and glaciers, testified to lawmakers, taught college composition courses, and most recently earned our PhD in English. While undeniably a real pain at times, I'm ultimately grateful for the insights, empathy, and passion for advocacy my experiences with RB have given me and the lessons it has enabled me to share with my students." Here's Nicole with her brown shoulder-length hair pinned half back, standing in the middle of the frame, wearing a black knee-length dress printed with bright coral flowers and matching coral high heels. In her right hand, she holds the reins to her horse T, an all-white quarter horse who stands behind her wearing a black English saddle and looking at the camera over Nicole's shoulder. To Nicole's left sits her black and tan German Shepherd guide dog Sheila and her family dog Stella, a white schnoodle. And now Nicole is proudly holding her doctoral diploma in a white envelope decorated with a large letter N as she kneels beside her seeing eye dog Sheila. Nicole wears her doctoral regalia, including a black cap, blue sash, and black and red robe. Beside Nicole, her guide dog Sheila looks intently at the camera and is dressed in her own tiny black doggy graduation cap, which is perched over one ear, and blue and white sash around her neck. And to close out, we have Dad Ray and son Tyler from Melbourne, Australia. Ray and Tyler love going on family holidays together. They are both bilateral RB survivors. Unlike his dad, Tyler's RB was diagnosed before he was even born. Ray and Tyler's photo shows them enjoying a day of fun on a red all-terrain vehicle. In the driver's seat, Ray wears a white shirt and grey athletic shorts, and in the back, Tyler wears a navy blue shirt, green shorts, and a white baseball cap. They both wear yellow helmets and are looking back at the camera. They are in a wide open space in the countryside with rocks and fallen tree branches, and vehicle tracks are visible in the brown mud around them. In the distance are lush green trees against a greyish blue sky. Lives without limits. Thank you.